Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Skyky of Bias Games, and we are back in some Stellaris. Now, I apologize for not being, for the lack of content, rather, the past week or so. I have mid-year exams, and they do take up a lot of time, which meant I couldn't record, which was a real problem for me, and I really wanted to get my Stellaris Let's Play going and the Star Wars continuing. But it just was a bit too difficult last week and a week and a bit. I will be getting some couple of videos here and there for this week and next week up and running. But I will be back to full recording production on the 13th of June. Until then, it will be probably a video every day or two, just until then, because it is difficult at the moment, trying to juggle the two, but I do have a little bit more time, so this means we can get back down to business. So last time we were creating the Hydra Dominion, the glorious octopus, and Hydra Island is governed by our Emperor, which is Emperor Blue Skull. There we go. And now we are busy expanding, if I can remember correctly. I'm just quickly catching up here. So we have our science ship over here, which has discovered some planets. And we are a oceanic world, if I'm not mistaken. Ocean world, yes. Okay, so let's get the time running and get the show on the road. Where is our fleet? The fleet is over here. I will rename them at some point. But for the moment, I am completely happy with them. And I did promise to rename the ships to subscribers. I will be doing that. It's just a bit difficult now with the going to that tab. So I will be doing that off screen and sharing that for next episode. But be assured, your name will at some point be given in the glorious Hydra Dominion. And if we quickly look, I do believe we did make we made a Doom Corvette, yes. We remade that one. So, what is happening in our good and awesome nation? Now, the Hydra Dominion is a very slave-happy people, so we will be... so if we enslave, like this pub, for example, you will see that if I emancipate them, it will be red 1, so we will get actually... It will say 1, but we will get actually less than 1 mineral and 1 energy. So if we just enslave one of our populace, we will actually get better production on our planets, which is interesting with this type of doctrine where you go as collectivist, militarist, and materialist. What does our leader give us? Ship build cost minus 25% and anomaly research speed plus 33%. Okay. Space miner constructor build cost is minus 25%, and mining station build cost is minus 25%. Okay, so that is all well and good. I'm thinking let's go out with our fleet a bit. We did explore this part, but I want to send them over here, just so we can kind of feel where we're at the moment. Okay, so we do have three colonizable worlds. Let's quickly recheck the sizes. 17 with mostly good surface. Size 22. This is probably going to be the main one if the other one is smaller. It does have a lot of obstacles, but still it's pretty good to have a big size planet as your second planet, just because it will give you more population and more places to build stuff, which is quite useful. And you are a size 17 as well. Okay, so we will take these 2 planets on this system and then this one on Fadima, and that will be amazing. So let's actually speed up a bit, because we are going to be going through a lot of stuff pretty quickly. And you are building more mining stations, which is great. A comet is sighted. A small celestial object with pronounced gaseous and particulate tails was recently observed in the shield system. Its passing was uneventful. It is a good omen. 40 influence, that is amazing. This will give us some more options later on for leaders and such. Alright, so we have a desert colonization over here. Oh, we did explore this one, my bad. How is Firin Malba doing? You have 2 energy and 2 social? Not bad. Definitely getting a couple of mining and research stations over here once our constructor is done. Speaking of which, let's actually tell our constructor to continue with research stations once it's done. We have an anomaly, failure is 10%. I'm quite happy with this. Impressive structures litter Firin Malba 6's surface, practically begging for some archaeological work. Definitely research it, because you never know what we might find. Okay, so we are going to get 4 social research, which should help with our New Worlds Protocol, which means we get colony ships faster, and new research anyways. So 9 months until that. How is this system looking? A couple of asteroids and barren molten worlds. Nothing too interesting, but probably a good mining operation, hopefully. Send you back to S.H.I.E.L.D. So yes, if you guys have any suggestions for like ship names, planet names, anything like that, please let me know in the comments below, and I will get to those as quickly as possible and hopefully implement them as soon as I can. Firin Malba 6 is uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall cenotaphs carved from some mineral not native to the planet, evidently placed here by some artistically inclined spacefaring race. The monolith flowing lines deftly chart a history so fantastical it must surely be fictional. Surely. Image them for the archives, 126 engineering, or they are beautiful. Make digital reproductions of the monoliths widely available in our empire. I'm gonna go with research, because research is always good, especially because we are getting nuclear missiles, and it went from 23 months to 12 months. So that is definitely a good bonus right there. So yes, the anomalies that you get from time to time really is valuable. So if you can get those and the fail risk isn't too high, it's definitely worth getting it as soon as possible, just because the advantages it gives you is amazing. Construction ship, let's put you on over here as well. Because we need the more minerals, man, the more minerals. We aren't fast. We haven't found anyone yet, but I'm guessing we might find someone over here or over here. But who knows? I do want to expand to this black hole, though, because black holes in the late game give you dark matter. I haven't actually found dark matter yet, but from the Stellaris wiki, which you can find... nope, not that one. Here. Their little, very helpful wiki. This you can get a lot of interesting facts, and you can search and all the good stuff. Which shows you that you get dark matter, which is a very good substance. Actually, let's quickly check out what it does while we're waiting. Dark matter. You can get dark matter power plants, which is like massive amounts of energy. I did say search, correct? Yes, maybe. There we go. Like building in a colony that can be later worked by no, resources. Let's see. Okay, so this is basically the main rundown. Bavarian stone, which you can get dark matter. Matter reactor, spaceport module, plus 10 energy credits and plus 10 physics research. Big boost, big boost. If you have a bunch of dark matter and get them on your stations, that will be a huge bonus in late game, especially when you're doing physics research. So our science ship is done, so let's keep her going. Is it a her or a him? Ira Bandari. We're gonna call you a he just because... that's a good question, actually. Yeah, you're probably a he. Oh, what did we find over here? Alien vessels. That looks like a crystalline entity thingy mabob of sorts. So let's quickly check. We have a bunch of... Now, situation log is where we get, like, where we research unknown aliens or creatures that we are not familiar with, which is quite useful. It does give you interesting choices to go on. We have a space in me, but no. Stay passive, stay passive. Good, good. Yeah, the space enemy was not gonna attack. He's just going to... Wait, what? That's weird. He's just going to go around and do stuff. And you're on passive now, right? Yes. Good. Alright, so you can go there, so why don't you go to Zarmaton? I'm gonna butcher a lot of names, so be prepared for this, ladies and gentlemen. Because... Ooh, nuclear missiles. Now, we can choose between engineering facility, which gives me more engineering on planets. I can get powered exoskeletons, which gives me plus 5% army damage and plus 5% minerals. Or fusion missiles. I do want to get fusion missiles just because we need to get rid of some of these obstacles, these alien bugs and doodads that's floating around. The powered exoskeleton and nanomechanics will come around again pretty quickly. I just want to get rid of these ancient mining drones and stuff like that as soon as possible. So let's do that. Now we did research nuclear missiles, so let's get nuclear missiles on our medium slot. As you will see, we do 5.37 damage. Once I put missiles on, 5.46, so a bit bigger difference. I am going to leave that one coil gun on there on the small, just because it's pretty good at short range pew-pewing the enemy and having some fun there. Void clouds. An investigation into a peculiar cluster of debris and space dust has yielded surprising results. It is a particulate cloud bristling with a powerful charge of unknown origin that has no business exhibiting simple reflexive actions, let alone movements with purpose, and yet it does. There is something undeniably ominous about the hazy subject of the relayed video feeds. Perhaps there are things in the universe we should not tangle with. Let us watch but not interfere. That sounds very smart. That gives us the void cloud observation, which will be done in 90 days. I'll go ahead and get that started. Oh, another one. The Tiyanki. The spaceborne lifeforms, which the Hygiene head of society research has come to refer to as Tiyanki, are docile creatures capable of accessing some lower dimension of subspace. They roam from system to system with relative ease, though nearly the same ease as Hygiene fleets. They graze on gases common to the upper layers of many gas giants. It is highly unlikely, to say the least, that this is their only food source, but intake of the other nutrients has yet to be observed. They will rarely, if ever, attack, even when provoked. They can safely be ignored. Hunting them would be a net loss anyway. Yes, I agree. I don't want any more enemies than I already have, so let's just keep it that way. A side ship isn't finding any place to go because our ships are just getting destroyed. Speaking of which, save the missiles to our Doom vessel. And, yeah. Finally, Ajax has nothing on it, so let's quickly survey it. And we have now enough resources for a colony ship. Yes, we do. Just enough, but enough. Let's get that up and running. And while that's happening, also let's queue up our upgrade for our ships to get our nuclear missiles and be a bit more effective at long range. Now, I have found that nuclear missiles combined with railguns and coil guns and stuff like that on your small vessels, your corvette classes, are the best combo, just because they are pound for pound the best shots. The Void Clouds are, as far as Hygiene researchers can tell, among the oldest entities in the universe. They seem to have originated just a scant few billion years after matter as we know it first appeared. The tremendous forces of the young cosmos making out of the nothing, they would have been stars once, but were not. Explaining their apparent animal intelligence is more difficult, but the answer might lie in the abnormally strong electromagnetic fields that keep them together. Another product of their primordial beginnings. Strange stardust and gravitic fields aligned in a flexible approximation of neural pathways. Moreover, the clouds seem to be receiving impulses from one another. If not outright communicating light years apart, quantum entanglement is suspected to play a role in this phenomenon. They will not stand in our way, which gives us 60 physics research, cloudbuster modifier, which means plus 10% damage to void clouds, or can these impulses be traced? I'm going to go with they will not stand in our way because we are a militarist group, we are Hydra, you know, we won't allow anything to stand in our way. And we have research speed plus 5%, which is going to help tremendously. Right, solar panel network, we will be needing some energy in a bit. Sentinel point defenses, which is anti-missiles basically, and colony development speed. We are building a colony ship now, but I'm thinking let's go with solar just because we will need energy later on. At the moment, it's not that big of an issue, but later on it will be life and death situations. Let's see, okay, so basically let's go and build the last energy thing on Lockney. There we go. How is the colony ship doing? 230 days until that is finished. It's gonna be a while, but that's fine. So, as I was saying, missiles and railguns. Basically, the thing is, lasers are good against armor, while coil guns are good against shields, and missiles are good against anything. So, and torpedoes bypasses shields and armor altogether. But torpedoes you will get later on, which is just basically a subsection of missiles. So that's why I go with coil guns, which they are good against shields. So if an enemy has shields, it will drain them quick. And with missiles, it will do very good damage against armor or shields. So that is good. Oh no, birth of space piracy. Rebels and dissidents fleeing from Hydra Island have founded an outlaw space fleet at the fringes of our space by modifying several civilian vessels into warships, calling themselves the Void Pact. These terrorists are spreading chaos and fear along our civilian shipping lanes. Their lives have been rendered forfeit by the enormity of their crimes. Order must be restored at any cost. Pirates, we don't need that scum. I agree completely, and I will put my fleet on alert as soon as possible. I shall assign a leader then, Admiral Fatima El Ghazali. Mouthful. But she's already here. I'm not going to waste influence. If this guy or girl dies, then I will get a new one. But ship upkeep minus 13%. Very good. Energy will be more than. So yes. What do we have over here? More energy and minerals. Excellent. Now we don't have any planets really to. Oh no, I'm lying. We can go. Can we go over here? I can't remember if there was enemies over here. Oh well. So let's see what we can do. We have enough minerals to build another corvette, so I'm gonna do that just because of pirates. And speaking of pirates, I found them. They're literally right here. They have a fleet size of 111, just 3 more than myself, but I do have. So sorry, my throat is a bit crackled today. It'll be a tough battle, but once I get this up and running, it shouldn't be as tough. And we will almost get our colony ship, which will be great. There we go. Let's send her to Ofana. This one? Yes, I believe. Much bigger than the other one, so... Yes, it is this one. Now we need to put it on food, just because it will give us more pops that we can build on the planet before we will have to basically wait until we can do stuff. So I'm going to put it there. It's not very good position because it's not surrounded by a lot of stuff. But in this case, we really do need it. And now we are a deficit of -4 energy. Just because our colony ship has -8 energy until it's been unpacked by... on a planet, and it's actually a colony then. Okay, so our corvette is building. I'm gonna order another corvette. I want to cross these scum pirates as soon as possible. I don't like them being in my space. Fish Hydra colony. There we go. It's been done. And now you'll see we have a progress bar over here, which will go further on as it goes on. It'll take about a year. Yeah, about a year to be done, which is quite interesting, but that's fine. I just hope we can hold out with the energy for that long. We at least have 4 energy here, so we'll be at 0 if all else fails. Right, we have 2 more corvettes, which means we have a fleet size of 164. So I'm thinking let's go poke some pirates. I'm thinking let's go and show them who's boss. And I'm gonna speed to normal once we engage, but until they get there, it's just gonna be business as usual. some gas grazers over here. Just moving along. Let's get ready for our fleet. It should be jumping now. Alright, speed to normal. And I'm gonna let their fleet come to me. Just because this space station will wreck me. Because it has a size of 239. What I will do is this, I will send my fleet closer. There we go. They're coming towards me now. So I'll just wait for them to come. And we will engage. Unfortunately, there's a mod that makes battles even more beautiful, but unfortunately, the mod is outdated at the moment. So, missiles versus missiles, and I'm thinking railguns versus railguns probably. But we have more, and we have the Hydra Dominion flag of excellence behind us, so stamp of excellence. So we will win, hopefully. Let's actually check the battle. First one of theirs is dead. We're about half health on 4 of our ships. Hopefully we won't lose a ship. We might lose this one though. Yeah, we lost one. Alright, that's fine. That's not a problem. We might lose one more before we take these last 2 ships out. Oh, yep, we lost one. Alright, so we lost 2 ships while they lost 4 ships. I'm completely fine with this, so I'm gonna tell my fleet to go and repair. I'm gonna leave the space station for now. We don't have the manpower to deal with that. So I will wait until I get my fusion missiles, which will be another 13 months. And probably deflectors, and then we will have some goodiness going on. So let's get back to normal speed. But that was a good battle. I'm really proud of my ships for going on the offensive like that. We have a space amoeba, 3 space amoebas over here. We have 112 size ancient mining drones over here. I don't know. On one hand, I do want to attack, but on the other hand, I want to wait. But I'm gonna keep on. Can I build? No, I can't build yet. I'm gonna build a couple more corvettes. You can never have enough. Especially in Stellaris, a fleet is always necessary. Even if you're playing pacifist, your enemies might not. So, you might be a pacifist, but it's always good to carry the biggest stick. In this case, as our leaders of the past would say. Right. We can now. Oh, I can't go there. Ooh. There we go. Colony is established. Let's actually pause quickly and go down. Let's give this planet a governor, because a governor is always useful. Leader recruitment cost minus 33%, leader lifespan plus 25%, and building cost and construction time minus 20%. I'm gonna go with this one just because early colonization, building cost and time will take a lot of time. So which is ironic. So we already have our first pop. As you can see, we're running a deficit, so we're minus 10% because we're decadent, because we don't work as well without slaves. So I'm gonna build a hydroponics farm here, and I'm gonna enslave these people. There we go. And now you can see we are back to 3 reassemble ship shelter plus 2 and base 1. So now we will have 4. We have 2 food at the moment. We will have a bit more than that when the hydroponics farm and this guy comes online. Actually, also I want to get a land of opportunity. Actually, no, not that one. Where is this one? Actually, no, it's not necessary for this race that I built. I'm thinking of another one. So let's keep on going. We have 7 or so minutes left, so let's see what we can do in that time. So we have our fleet rebuilding, which is amazing. I'm gonna take these guys out and send our survey ship to come and survey this system. We will see what is hiding in that glorious sector. But yes, if you have any suggestions for me on this on the Stellaris for ship names, ship configurations, ideas, anything, please let me know in the comments below. Because I'm playing this game basically as I think I should, not as MLG Pro or anything like that. So although I'm pretty good at it, the AI does tend to kick my butt from time to time still, because Paradox is a great AI designer. So yeah, if you guys have any pro tips for me, please do let me know in the comments below. It would really help out. So fusion missiles, 11 months remaining, border range plus 20%, which will give me 40 months. And deflectors plus 20% fortification toughness, and we get deflectors for our ships, 35 months. I'm happy with all of that. Our fleet, are we building anymore? No. Alright, so let's send our fleet out and go deal with this menace over here. Can we build a spaceport here? Yes, we can, but we don't have enough minerals. Okay, so construction ship, you build research station there and mining stations over here. Actually, no, cancel that. Cancel. Research station over here and just the one mining station over here. There we go. Alright, we have another battle that's going to go. Now, the ancient mining drones are just abandoned autonomous drones, basically that's just mining this asteroid belt or asteroid belts, and they're just having fun. And like I said, they're abandoned, so they basically are just on autopilot and attack enemies when they see them. Like you see here, they're coming in. So we'll quickly take them out with our good size 192 fleet against their 112. Let's zoom in and see what happens. I love the sound effects and the combat in this game. It looks amazing. Now, as you can see, they're coming in with lasers, so they're very effective against my ships with some armor bonuses, but don't have any armor on them, so I get some armor bonuses. So as you can see, it's already took out one of my corvettes. But in the end, missiles and coil guns still very good. And we're coming in for that space station. Mining drone disassembly. The mining drones were destroyed in a heated battle with hydrogen vessels. As luck would have it, their energy cells are by far the sturdiest component used in their construction, and some were recovered by our ships. The technology behind these cells is beyond us at present, but initial tests show that we are quite capable of converting their output to energy credits. As the final energy cell bled out, the engineers handling the test noticed a dip in background radiation. It would appear that the drones are not silent, but have been sporadically broadcasting on unusual frequencies since we first encountered them. That's interesting. Possibly ever since they were first deployed. It is unlikely that there is anyone left to receive these transmissions. At any rate, the drones could prove to be a potent but limited source of energy. Should we be able to find and disable them efficiently enough? Very well, give access to the drone bounty empire. Basically, what this means is if we come across any drones, we can enact an edict which gives us energy when we kill drones. So that's a good modifier. Let's go in and take out this mining base. Now I do have one corvette that's a bit damaged, but against the size 38 station it's not gonna be too much trouble. It has some minor lasers, but they don't do a lot of damage. Our missiles just pounding away at him. Reason why he's taking so long is he has a 2,000 hull points and is already at 600, so it's a lot of damage that these 6 ships can actually do against a hull of 2,000. Granted, it doesn't really shoot back, it's a bit of here and there, but it still can do some damage. As you can see here, they got that chunk of health there. We encountered other aliens in Zarmaton. Alien vessels 139. Let's quickly check before they jump away. Oh, we've actually found another alien race. Now, because we haven't established anything with them, they are just aliens for us, so we will have to research them. So let's quickly do that because I'm really interested in this. Let's quickly get that running and research them. Let's get our science ship in here, start researching these projects and the system. You guys go repair. Well, that was a good fight. We have got a couple of battles, took out some pirates, some mining drones, and we found our first alien neighbors. Hopefully friendly neighbors. And it seems they use warp drive. That's going to be interesting. Now, as I said, warp drive is easier to get from system to system. If you look at from the perspective of hyperdrives. But warp drive is much lower. I mean, for example, he has to go like this, or we can just go like whoop, 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 and there. It's a bit longer route, but still it's quicker. So we have about a minute left, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Actually, less than a minute left. So I'm going to wrap it up here. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe down below. Your support really means a lot. And thank you guys so much for supporting the Stellaris series already. And your support means a lot. Especially with us almost hitting 20,000 views for this channel. You guys are amazing. And I couldn't have believed where I am right now 2 years ago starting this channel. So thank you guys so much for watching. And like I said, we will be trying to get as much episodes as possible for these next 2-3 weeks, and then we will be back in full production for the channel. But thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.